Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So, today we are starting the course for paper 1 for the students who are preparing for their UGCNET as well as MHSET examination. If you are preparing for any other state examination which is conducted for assistant professor, this video is helpful for you as well. So, today is the first day of our class where we are starting paper 1 course. So what I have thought is that instead of making a separate video for discussing your syllabus, the contents, the strategies, how you can prepare the notes, what I have thought is that I'll be telling you all the tips, all the tricks and the strategy, how you need to prepare your timetable, how you need to revise, how you need to prepare the notes when I am teaching you. So as I'll be teaching you, I'll be informing you all of these things the during the lecture only. I won't be preparing a separate video for that. Now since today we are starting unit 4 of our paper 1 syllabus, which is communication. So what are the important points for communication topic? What all topics you need to make notes, how you need to revise it, which PYQs are expected, and all other things that I'll be telling you as I'm going to explain this unit. When I'll take another unit, same I'll do for that also. What are the important topics of that unit, how you need to prepare notes. So unit wise I'll be informing you as and then, because as it is your results are declared, so I don't think so it's wise decision to waste any more time, and we should just start with your preparation so that at least in next 4 to 5 months your syllabus will be completed, and after that you can give your entire time only on revision and solving the PYQs. Now after each unit is completed, I'll be explaining the PYQs. I'll be solving the PYQs of that unit, and after everything, like all after completing the explanation of that unit, after solving the PYQs, the entire PDF will be shared with you on Telegram. So make sure you have joined the Telegram channel as well. Now the foremost important thing which I will tell you is that if this is your first attempt, then whatever I am asking you to follow, whatever instructions I am going to give you all during the lectures, make sure you are following that. Because if you follow all the things which I am going to tell you, I guarantee you, you will qualify your SET exam, your NET exam, your JRF in first attempt itself. Because trust me, this exam is not difficult because it has so many units, or it is MCQ type, or because they ask questions about general knowledge or in-depth question or concept-based question. No, what makes this exam difficult is that how you are approaching, how you are going to prepare your timetable, how you are going to revise it. There is no doubt that we have plenty of topics to learn in this examination. If 6,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 students are qualifying NET, JRF or MHSET, then that means this exam is not impossible, right? There are students who are qualifying these exams, who are achieving all India rank 1, all over the state rank 1. So how are they doing that? What is the strategy? The only strategy is you have to prepare a timetable which should be followed by you. If you're just going to prepare the timetable and not going to follow it, then it's of no use. Don't prepare a timetable for 1 month, 2 months, 5 months. Prepare it just on weekly basis. What are you going to complete in this week? How much how many units you are going to complete? Be it your paper 1 units, be it the paper 2 units. You need to prepare a weekly timetable. If you prepare weekly timetable, you will be able to complete all the 10 units along with the revision, not just once, not just twice, but thrice as well. So first and foremost is just prepare a timetable on weekly basis. Now I'm not going to tell you all how the timetable should be prepared, because all of you are from different background, as in some might be working, some are still studying, some have some other activities, some are maybe housewives. So everyone's day is planned differently. So as per your daily activities, you can take out 2 to 3 hours. If you have ample of time in your hands, then you can take out at least 6 to 7 hours also. Make sure if you're taking out 2 to 3 hours, if you have planned that every day 2 to 3 hours I'm going to take out, make sure you're taking that 2 to 3 hours out every day. Just in a week, one day you can take an off, you can skip it, or you can take a break, you can do something else for recreation in that day. But remaining 6 days, you have to take out that 2 to 3 hours. It is very important. If you're starting with 2 to 3 hours, make sure you are following it for 6 days. If you have planned that you will study for 6 to 7 hours, make sure you're doing that every day. In a week, 6 days you have to study, or else you will be far away from your target. Whatever time you have decided, be it 2 hour, be it 3 hour, be it 8 hour, be it 10 hour, make sure you are doing it every day, only with a gap of one day in a week. Not alternate day, in a week, one day gap you can take. Because if you follow this strategy, then and then only you are going to achieve your set or your net or JRF. And most important, after completing all the units, most important thing is revision. If you are not going to revise, it's impossible, it's unlikely that you will recollect any of the unit in examination. We have such a vast portion of set net that it is quite difficult for students to remember each and every topics, each and every formulas, each and every details. So what is going to help you remember, recollect everything during your examination is revision, revision and only revision. Now, since set results are already declared, MHSET results are already declared in Jan, so maybe this year your exam will be around August, July, yeah, somewhere around July to August. If this situation of pandemic is in our hands, if it goes out of the hands, then obviously your exam is bound to be delayed. So around July to August, you can expect that set examination will be conducted. Whereas net your results are still not declared, but I am hoping that within a week your results for net also will be declared. So I guess around October your net exams will also be conducted. So roughly we have 5 to 6 months in our hands to complete your syllabus, to solve all the PYQs, all the mocks, all the MCQs, and also give equivalent time to your revision. So whatever I am teaching you, suppose today I have uploaded one video, make sure you are noting down what are the important notes that I have asked you to note down. After that, next day, make sure you are revising it. Just go through it once. Now in communication unit, there are no formulas as such that you have to remember, but there are different types of communication that you will have to remember. So it is very important that you revise it next day immediately, so that when the unit is completed and when we start with the PYQs and MCQs, you will be able to answer it. You will be able to complete your revision also once. During solving PYQs, it was kind of a second revision, and later on as the days goes, you will be continuing with your revision again. So if you do this, trust me, Even if someone asks you in sleep that what is communication, or what are the conventions of people and environment, what are the years, you'll be able to answer it, because revision is the only key for your success in this examination. And I had told to my commerce students also for paper 2 that they have to maintain 2 books. So you also have to maintain 2 books for paper 1. One book will be just and just for your notes, whatever important topics are there, models are there, concepts are there, types are there, theories are there. For that you will be maintaining one book, and the second book will be for your statistical part, whichever formulas in mathematics you will have to note down, or there are certain years, figures in people development and environment, higher education. You have many years that you need to remember. There are some statistical data figures that you need to remember, so that you will be noting down in another book. So in this way you have to maintain 2 books. One book you have to maintain for your notes, second book you have to maintain for your stats. And for the entire course, till you have given your examination, you should have only and only 2 books with you for paper 1. Even 2.5 will not do. Exactly 2 books only should be there, because if you're going to just write, it's of no use. You have to be smarter now. You are not in college. You cannot write things like you used to write in college in essay way. You have to write it in a short manner, in pointers, in key points, in keywords. So the notes book which you are maintaining, that should be 1, and stats book which you will maintain, that also should be 1. You cannot go beyond that. And for each unit, suppose now we have started communication, so for communication, entire notes of communication should be completed within 4 to 5 pages. Don't go beyond 5 pages. 5 pages means you have to make sure that you have to complete the notes of communication in pointers. If you go beyond that, then you will be having trouble when you will do revision just before exam, because you will get scared just by looking at your notes that, oh my god, I have to remember so many things. So don't do this. I am saying all these things because I have experienced it, how I had prepared my notes, which thing helped me, which did not. So with all the experience that I have, I am saying it to you. So make sure you are doing it in that similar way. And many students have this myth that paper 1 is very easy. Paper 1 we'll score 80 plus, 90 plus. Yes, you can, but the myth is that paper 1 is not that easy. NTA has changed the way of asking questions. They are not asking direct questions nowadays. You might have seen this exam which was conducted in 2021. The whole pattern of asking the questions is changed. So now they are asking the questions in a twisted form. They are asking questions on concept basis. So you have to make sure that the concepts are clear. If your concepts are not clear, it is not going to help you. Even the revision won't help you if your concepts are not clear. So whenever I'm explaining anything, make sure you're wide awake, you're not sleepy, and make sure you're not lying down on your bed and watching this video, because that is itself going to ruin everything for you. Whenever you are watching this video, make sure you're sitting in a proper room where your books are there, so that you can jot down the notes as I'm explaining. You're not lying down, you're not in front of your television or doing something else while watching the video. Don't do that, because then it is of no use. If you're studying, you have to give that time, be it 30 minutes, be it 40 minutes. That time should only be for your studies, for your paper 1. So don't do that video. You are playing the video side by side, and here you are doing your daily household chores, or you're just watching TV, or you're talking with your friend, or you're just lying down. No, that's not the way how you're going to study. Make sure you are in a proper place where you have your books around you and you are sitting and watching it, not lying down and watching it. Okay, now let's start with unit 4 of paper 1, which is communication. Whichever exam you are giving, you have to make sure that you have to start from the most easiest part. So in our paper 1, the most simple, easy, plain unit is our unit 4, communication. Always make sure you're going from easy, then a bit medium, and then the difficult topic. Don't start with the difficult topic because that is going to demotivate you and you won't be able to go further. From that unit only, you will take a step back and you will feel like, no, I don't want to give this exam. What is this? This topic is so difficult, I can't give it. No, that is going to create a big demotivation in you. Whenever you're starting, even if you're starting for paper 2, make sure the most simplest unit, most easiest unit, you're picking up that first and then go on with the medium ones and then the difficult ones. So for paper 1, the simple unit is communication, so I'm starting with communication. Then after that, the next unit, the next, and then the difficult one. This is going to be a series. So come on, let's get started. Who all are ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to start your preparation for paper 1? Are you ready for your preparation of MHSET, UGCNET, or else any other set examination? If yes, if you are going to qualify this attempt, then make sure you're commenting it down below. I want to see how much excited you are, how eager you are to learn. Are you energetic? Because we are teaching you on YouTube free of cost. I'll be teaching you on YouTube for the entire course free of cost. There's no single rupee that we are going to charge from you. So you also have to show some amount of energy, some amount of excitement in yourself that yes, you are getting this opportunity to learn free of cost, that too in detail. So make sure you are responding, you are communicating with me also. How will I come to know whether you have liked this class, whether you are understanding the things, are there any suggestions? I'll only come to know when you comment it down. So don't forget to comment. Make sure you are commenting whatever questions also I'll be asking. Okay? So now let's get started. So here I have jotted down the important topics of communication. What is the syllabus of communication? What are the contents of communication? So first that we are going to learn is meaning. Yes, in every unit, in every topic, you will have to learn the meaning of that topic. Then will be the types and characteristics of communication. Second, it will be what is effective communication, then what is verbal, what is non-verbal communication, what is intercultural, group, classroom communication. These are different types of communication. Next will be what are the barriers to communication. Okay, this is very important topic. Barriers to effective communication. You can expect plenty of questions from this topic. And the last topic will be mass media and society. This is a easy topic that you all must be aware also of because it happens in our day-to-day, it takes place in our day-to-day life as well. So in communication, so in MHSET examination, you will expect, you can expect 5 questions from this unit, and in UGCNET examination, on an average 6 to 7. On an average, I'm saying it depends on shifts. It depends on what is your paper 2. So yeah, NTA is quite unpredictable because in some shifts they hadn't asked even a single question of teaching. In some shifts they didn't ask about research. So things are changing now in net examination especially. So you have to make sure that you are learning all the units, and roughly you can expect 6 to 7 questions from communication. And this is the most simplest unit, so even if 5 questions are asked, you have to make sure that you will be scoring 10 marks. You can't skip even one question of communication because it is the most simplest unit. And you will not, the way I'm going to teach you, you won't skip any question, trust me. Okay, so I hope you have understood what are the topics that we are going to cover. Now let's start with the first topic. So the first topic is what is communication. So now many of you know this word communication. Yes, we have heard of this word communication, but do we know that actually what does it mean? It's not just plain talking that we do with our friends or with our people or with our family or with our colleagues. It's not just that simple. Communication is an entire process which has many pointers to it, which has many detailing to it. There are many ways to it, there are many types to it. So now in this unit we will be learning each and every detail of communication. First, let's see what I have written here, that it is sending and receiving of information. It can be between one-on-one or between groups of people and face-to-face or through devices. Quite easy. You communicate with your family members, with your friends, with your colleagues, with your with your celebrities also. With your favorite celebrities you communicate, right? Because now we are in a digital generation. We are all aware of Instagram. We are all aware there is a thing called as going live on Instagram. So whenever the celebrities, whoever is your favorite celebrity, if you join the live of that celebrity, you can communicate with them. You will write down some comments for them and they'll read it out. They'll read out your name. So what is that? That is also one type of communication. Yes, it is not face to face. It is through your phone. It is through Instagram. It is with the help of internet. But it is communication. Yes. So that is only mentioned here that communication can be in many ways. When you're talking face to face to a person, how here it is shown in this picture that they are sitting face to face and they are communicating. It can be via a video call, it can be through Instagram live, it can be the group of people, and most important, it can be with yourself also. With yourself means how there are many times we don't even notice when we are saying things to our own self. When you're giving yourself a pep talk, or maybe when you're getting angry on someone and you're talking with yourself that, oh God, how can they do that with me? I'll show them. Or yes, I can do it. I'm going to crack this interview. So you do talk with yourself also. So this is also one type of communication. And when you are talking with yourself in your mind, in your heart, what is that known as? That is known as intrapersonal communication, and it is one of the most important topic because PY you will be seeing that intrapersonal communication is asked many a times in exams, both SET and NET. So remember, whenever you are talking with yourself in your heart, in your mind, that is known as intrapersonal, and yes, it is also valid type of communication. Okay. Now this line I have just written for the sake, because earlier they used to ask like from where the word is communication is derived. Nowadays such basic questions are not asked, but since things are unpredictable, so I have just noted it down for you. Make sure you write it somewhere on the top page of your book where you will be starting the unit, that there is a Latin word communis and communicare, from which communication word was derived. And what does that mean? What does communis and communicare mean? It means to make common, means something common. Now why this common? and what this common means and how it plays an important role in communication, we'll see now. So till here it was very simple, very basic, nothing difficult for you to understand, right? So now let's see what are the characteristics of communication. Okay, characteristics means what are the features or what are the highlights of communication, what is the requirement of communication, what is the objective of communication. So first characteristics, oh, I have made a mistake in spelling of characteristics. Characteristics, here there should be an I, okay, forget it. Okay, first, what is the first and foremost important requirement of communication? That minimum 2 persons are required. Yes, minimum 2 persons are required, but in this case there is only and only one exception where 2 persons are not required. Can you tell me which is that exception? I had just mentioned it few minutes ago. Yes, you are right. It is intrapersonal. In intrapersonal, do we require any other person? No. In intrapersonal, we don't require 2 persons or more than 2 persons also. Only we, us, ourselves. Sorry, only me, I, ourselves. Right? So that is the only exception to this point. Other than that, all types of communication require at least 2 persons or more than 2 persons. Now, the person who is giving the information, for example, I am teaching you, I am explaining you. So who am I? I am the sender. Because I am giving you some information, I am explaining you the characteristics of communication, I am the sender. And who is understanding whatever I am explaining? To whom am I explaining? Who is understanding what I am explaining? Who is noting it down? You. You are noting it down. You are understanding. You are trying to understand. So who are you? You are the receiver. Basic point, but still if someone is preparing it for the very first time and it is not a familiar word for them, like what is sender, what is receiver, so for them I'm explaining in a bit detail, but I'm sure most of you know actually what sender is and what receiver is. Okay, so this is the first requirement. Now second, what is the second point? Second point is exchange of ideas. Now just imagine, or just you talk to people, you talk to your friends, you talk to your family, but whenever you speak with them, whenever you communicate with them, there is some topic, there is some context, right? Without context, without topic, can we talk to anyone? Can we communicate with anyone? No. Whenever you are communicating, there is some motto, agenda or something behind it, some topic behind it. Even if you are asking someone a glass of water, there is a thought behind that you are thirsty, so you are asking water. Or for example, if you are talking with your friends and if you are showing them that, oh, we'll go to travel to this place. So what are you doing when you're saying that to them? You're giving some ideas to them that you have shortlisted few travel places and you need to travel there. These are the ideas that you're sharing. For example, if you're hurt or if you're happy, so you are sharing with your family members or with your friends. So at that time when you're communicating to them, what are you sharing? What are you exchanging? You're exchanging your feelings, that you're hurt or you're angry or you're sad or you're happy or you're overwhelmed, right? That at that time you're sharing your feelings. So that is what is said, that whenever we are communicating with anyone, be it anyone, be it even a rickshaw guy, whenever you're talking to a rickshaw guy, you are giving him some directions, you are giving him some orders that he needs to drop you at certain place, he needs to take this route, right? So you are giving him order or you are explaining him something. So that is what it is said, that whenever you are communicating, there is an exchange of ideas, of orders, of information, of feelings, etc., etc. You can imagine this now after watching this video. When you communicate, if you are communicating with your parents, with your friends, just note that what you're talking, there is some exchange. For example, if you're chatting with your friends and you're just simply saying them, I'm getting bored, there's nothing to watch. So in this communication also, you are sharing something, right? You're sharing your feelings that you're bored, right? So communication is not possible without the exchange of ideas. There has to be exchange of something. Okay? Now, mutual understanding. Very important. Very, very important. Now, in mutual understanding, say for example, now my subject is commerce. Okay? I teach commerce. And you all who are watching this video are from different backgrounds. Some students' subject might be political science, some would be history, some would be geography or mathematical science, chemistry, physics, etc., etc. So if I start teaching you commerce, will you be able to understand what I'm saying? Is it useful for you what I'm saying? No, right? And if, for example, you will ask me query regarding your subject, for example, mathematical science or chemistry, will I be able to answer it? No, because I don't know it. There is nothing common between us then, right? There is no mutual understanding between us. I am saying A and you are understanding B. So is it the same thing? No. That is what mutual understanding means, that whenever the sender is giving some information, the receiver should receive it in the same way. That is, he should understand it as it is only. I am saying, I want apple, and if you are assuming that I have said, I want apple phone. Why is it going outside? Stupid person. Suppose I have told you that I want apple, and you have understood that I have told you that I need an apple's phone, that's iPhone. So are these both the same things? No, an apple is a fruit which will hardly cost you 100 rupees, and an iPhone is a gadget, is a mobile phone which will cost you in lakhs as well, in lakhs also. So are these both the same thing? No, I am talking about apple, the fruit. You are talking about Apple, iPhone, the gadget, the mobile. So there is nothing common. If there is no mutual understanding between the sender and receiver, it is going to create a blunder in communication. Things can go wrong in many ways. Got it? Now, direct and indirect communication. Simple. Direct. What do you mean by word direct? When you are talking with your parents in your house, face to face, or with your friends in college, face to face. So what is that? Direct communication, because you are standing in front of that person, you are around that person when you're talking in physical presence. I am saying, not mentally. Physically you are in front of that person and you're communicating. So that is what direct communication. What is indirect? Indirect is which is happening between us right now. because I am communicating with you, you are communicating with me. I am communicating through video, you will be communicating through comments, through Telegram queries, through Telegram messages. So what is that? That is indirect communication. Plain, simple, basic. Till this first slide, if anyone has any query, make sure you comment it down. I'll make sure I reply it. This was the basic point. These were the basic points, characteristics. I hope everyone has understood. Now we'll go ahead and see what are the few other characteristics of communication. Now, two more characteristics of communication. First is continuous process. Now, what do you mean by continuous process? Continuous means it's ongoing, it is endless, it will go on, it won't break, it won't stop. For example, imagine when you wake up in the morning and till you sleep at night, how important role communication plays in your life, in a day of your life, right from waking up to sleeping at night. You go on communicating with n number of people. They may be whom you know, they may be strangers, but the communication goes on between you, right? So communication never stops, it can never break. There can be barriers in communication. Okay, what? There can be barriers. How barriers? For example, you are out somewhere, going to your work, going to college, or going with your friends, and your mom is calling you. So maybe due to traffic, or maybe if you are at a crowded place due to the noise and the other activities going around, you won't be able to hear her properly, or due to some network issue, you won't be able to hear her properly. So at that moment, your communication gets disrupted, interrupted due to what? Due to the barrier of noise, or due to the technical barrier of network, poor network connection. But does it stop? No, it doesn't stop. It never stops. After that, you'll try it in some another way. Maybe she'll message you, or maybe you'll try calling her again. But will it stop? Is it like if you're not able to hear what she's saying, after that you're not going to ever communicate with her? No. Or is she not going to call you ever? No. You are going to communicate. You will communicate with someone else, maybe not her, but your communication process will go on. It will be continuous. For a moment, it will be disrupted because of these barriers. What is this? It will be disrupted, interrupted due to these barriers, but it can never stop. It can never end. So, communication is what? A continuous process. Now, why I am emphasizing on each of these points? Because when we'll solve the PYQs of SET and NET, you will see so many questions from characteristics itself. So make sure you are writing at least these main highlighted points, that it is continuous, it requires two persons, and there should be mutual understanding, there should be exchange. Because this is asked, so I am emphasizing on it a lot. Okay, don't ignore just because it is characteristics. We'll remember, oh, why we have to learn. No, note it down. It is important. Note it down. Okay. Now the last characteristics is use of word as well as symbols. Use of words as well as symbols. Now, for example, when you're driving, at the signal, if it shows green light, what does it mean? You understand that, yeah, I can go now, I can continue my drive. But if it's showing red, what are you going to do? You will stop. You will stop at the signal. You won't continue driving, right? So is that signal speaking with you? Like, is it talking with you physically? No, it's not talking with you. Keep red, red, red. Stop, stop, stop. No. You know this thing. You know these things that okay, if it is showing red, I have to stop. It's green, I need to go. But still, this is a type of communication that when red is shown, you are stopping. When green is shown, you are going. This is also a communication. But which type of communication? The symbolic communication. Why symbolic? Because neither you are speaking nor that traffic signal is speaking, but still you have understood what it is trying to say and you are doing it. For example, if you are going to an ATM to withdraw some money, do you speak with that ATM? Yes, when you go to a bank, you need to withdraw cash, you will speak with the person, you will speak with the cashier sitting there. That time it is going to be a direct communication. But when you're going to ATM to withdraw money, do you speak with that ATM machine? That, oh, I need money, give me money. And then ATM will say, yes, 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 tell me your PIN. Say it loud, say out loud, what is your PIN? Do you do that? Will you ever do that? Will you ever say out your PIN code aloud? No. You just read whatever details are asked on that machine and you do it that way. So again, which type of communication is that? Symbolic. Here also they have given certain example as to ringing of the bell in school, college. Whenever the bell rings, you know, okay, this period has got over now. Now it is break time, it is recess time. Now it is time to go home. So that is also what? Symbolic communication, right? You can read it. There are many examples which I have noted down that you can go through it once. But I hope you have understood what is use of words as well as symbols in communication. So this brings us end to our class. I hope you have understood what I have taught in today's class. Tomorrow we'll study other topics. So the class will be a bit long, like for an hour or something. Because today was the first class of paper 1, so I have just kept it short and sweet, just because it should not be too much for you on day 1 itself. From next classes, we'll take it around an hour or maybe beyond 1 hour. So make sure you are maintaining 2 notes, whatever 2 notebooks, and whatever I have told you, everything you are following. And if in this topic you have any queries, you can comment it down. If you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe it, like the video and share it with your friends as well. If you have not joined Telegram channel, join the Telegram channel as well. So I'll see you in the next class. Till then, take care, bye, have a nice day.